punish someone before they have nothing to lose. Everyone in Dexter.
From the Buccaneer, this is The Bug. Hello, Resistors, it's bug time. Are you all sitting comfortably? No? Good. That's as it should be. This is The Bug. I'm Andy, and joining me to analyse... The latest blowflies to emerge from the corpse of a once-free Britain. It's Alice.
Hello, Andy.
And
Auto
today,
drive now
we're going to talk to you about Albion, your friends and mine. Alice, the government has extended Albion's contract and have also posted that violent crime has plummeted to a record low. Now, extending Albion's contract, to me, that's like having a pet dog, let's call it Nigel for the sake of argument, that attacks you every single day and thinking to yourself, wouldn't it be nice if Nigel had puppies?
That contract has been extended so many times, it's like the neck of a politician that's criticised the government.
I'm not sure entirely how those contract extension negotiations went, probably like a footballer. In the old days, I assume Albion's agent was leaking stories to the press about how our favourite private militia was being tapped up by Barcelona. The government panics and thinks, well, we better get them signed up before it's too late. But still, violent crime, a record low, although I imagine that probably depends exactly how you count it. If you include violent crime committed by the state, either themselves or via Albion, their chosen violent crime contractors who provide such a very valuable bargain service of beating people up, well, it's probably not quite as low as the figures suggest.
I don't know, I think they're probably right. Who has the opportunity to commit violent crime these days anyway? The moment you pick up a fruit knife, you get tasered by a robot policeman and deported for looking Bulgarian. It's a much more peaceful society. It's just much less of a society.
I want to know the details of the contracts, Alice. I mean, are they paying
Auto
per
drive
dissident duffed up? Is it a set rate for each extrajudicial state nugget? What is that rate?
Today's bug off for me goes to my streaming service. I'm typically recommended things based on things I already like. The other day it recommended me to watch a reality TV competitive dating show set in nude comedy. Andy, I watched it and I liked it, and I do not want to be the kind of person who enjoys nude competitive reality television dating shows. I did not want to know that about myself. I have to go sit in a corner and cry.
That's it from the bug. Don't forget, the live show that is so secretive is definitely not happening at the usual time and place this month. Definitely not. Definitely do not tell anyone not to come to it. Definitely not. Hello, resistors. This is the bug on today's show. Alice and I. Are we less than 2 years away from being able to turn a sausage back into a live pig? Did we actually need Permadeth anyway? What's the plan? If I put optic on my dog, can I trade it?
Yeah, baby. Yes, end of the day, just think it's sort of. He's shit, and his husband's shit, and his sister's the biggest shit of all. And they're just awful people. They are. I'm sorry. Is it working? I think so. Huh? What? What's your dog?
You're listening to The Bug.
Nibbling away on the rotting carcass of a once free Britain. Hello, resistors. This is The Bug, and on today's show, Alice and I will be looking at the big questions, such as, are we less than 2 years away from being able to turn a sausage back into a live pig? Did we actually need polar bears anyway? What do they really do? If I put optic on my dog, can I train it?
Hey, thanks for popping in on my stream. Just playing some Watch Dogs 2, or Watch Dogs 2, Watch Dogs Legion on the PS5.
Is going to be safer than ever, Alice. SIRS is installing thousands of additional CCTV cameras. So nice there. Still looking out for us after all these years.
Yeah, it puts a lot of fun into my life now. I get to play this role-play game where I pretend to know my loved ones better than some twat behind a screen in the SIRS headquarters.
I mean, I guess we shouldn't complain.
Yo, what it is, Chief? How you doing, buddy?
I'm tired. You think of the similarities, omnipresent, omniscient, judgmental.
Hey, thanks for joining my stream.
Freedoms, dishing out random.
I'm here watching, or sitting here playing Watch Dogs Legion, PS5. Chilling with my other friend and viewer, Chief TV Gang Gamer.
Makes me feel important knowing that I'm being watched with everything I do, Andy.
Well, it's just not reassuring, isn't it? It's like having an extra aunt.
No?
This is the aunt that gets drunk at Christmas and vomits in the kiddie pool, right?
Get that on. This is the Bug on the Buccaneer. Let's move on now to sport. Well, the closest thing we have to sport now, riots. I mean, riots are my favourite sport now, Alice, ever since they turned the Oval from a cricket ground into the immigration centre. And yeah, rioting is a great sport. I mean, it's fun for all the family. It's guaranteed action. It's pleasingly violent. I mean, I know the underdogs never win, but I mean that's like top level football have become. But it's still fun to root for, isn't it? Go team, people of Britain.
Might as well hide our identities in style, yeah?
Yeah, because your look is one of the most important parts of fighting for justice.
Oh, I'm still gonna get busted. Oh, man. it's nothing. You don't see nothing. I'm a ghost. I'm a ninja. In the middle of the day, you are blind as hell, guy. Didn't see me. I call it shenanigans. You know what? I would call shenanigans, but then that would go against me.
Surrender yourself. Failure to comply will result in extreme measures. Halt. Failure to comply will result in forceful intervention. Before you regret it.
No, I botched that up.
Continuing unlawful activity will result in arrest.
I thought I was scot-free. I took off my mask.
Surrender yourself. Failure to comply will result in extreme measures.
Suspect reported in your area, potentially armed and hostile. Received. Moving to intercept.
Alright, well, this officially isn't good for business. Especially being on permadeath. I'm not gonna mess around with none of that. Come back for you.
Hello, resistors. This is The Bug, and on today's show, Alice and I will be looking at the big questions, such as, are we less than 2 years away from being able to turn a sausage back into a live pig? Did we actually need polar bears anyway? What do they really do? If I put Optic on my
Really?
dog, can I train him
Oh, come on.
and do my shopping on the way home? And is tennis real? But first... it's a question that no one's really addressed of late. London is going to be safer than ever, Alice. Service is installing thousands of additional CCTV cameras. So nice they're still looking out for us after all these years.
Yeah, it puts a lot of fun into my life now. I get to play this role-play game where I pretend to know my loved ones better than some twat behind a screen in the SIRS headquarters.
I mean, I guess we shouldn't complain. I mean, so really just stepping into the vacancy left when it became patently obvious that God had retired. We think the similarities, omnipresent, omniscient, judgmental, stripping away your finances and freedoms, dishing out random punishments, peas in a pot. All it needs to do, sir, is ban me from eating something. What's it going to be this time? Not bacon again, please. Please, not bacon. Come here. Courgettes. Ban courgette. I could take you banning courgettes. I'm happy with that.
Makes me feel important knowing that I'm being watched with everything I do, Andy.
Well, it's just not reassuring, isn't it? It's like having an extra aunt.
This is the aunt that gets drunk at Christmas and vomits in the kiddie pool, right?
Get that on. This is The Bug on the Buccaneer. Let's move on now to sport. Well, the closest thing we have to sport now, riots. I mean, riots are my favourite sport now, Alice, ever since they turned the Oval from a cricket ground into the immigration processing centre. And, yeah, rioting it's a great sport. It's fun for all the family. It's guaranteed action. It's pleasingly violent. I mean, I know the underdogs never win, but, I mean, that's like top-level football have become, but it's still fun to root for them, isn't it? Go team, people of Britain! Oh, never mind, you've been crushed by the machinery of the state again. Still, good effort, lots of positives to take away from today's riot. I'll come back stronger next time. I like to get a turn, I can feel it. Start feeling it. Start feeling it.
You can't spell riot without right. By right, I mean right wing.
Get this.
Did you... You're making this...
Ah, the perfect place for a dead sex signboard. That looks brilliant.
I can't believe Albion had the brass to spatter their propaganda all over Buckingham Palace. When this is all over, maybe there'll be a knighthood in it for me. Sir Bagley has a ring, doesn't it? Feel free to use it anytime.
You're listening
Auto drive now
Nibbling
enabled.
away on the rotting carcass of a once free Britain.
Auto drive now
Hello,
disabled.
resistors. This is the Bug, and on today's show, Alice and I will be looking at the big questions, such as, are we less than 2 years away from being able to turn a sausage back into a...
better, fam.
Even had a swarm of bloody robot bees.
Poor boss. Oh, man. When's the last time they did anything to actually stop me?
Welcome back to the upload.
Mary Kelly heads up the most powerful crime family in London, Clan Kelly, which should at least be easy to remember.
Under her old man, they were a bit player. Then he died, and her rivals started disappearing. Her enemies, her friends, her family. They call her Bloody Mary for a reason.
Early on, Mary abandoned cash in favor of cryptocurrency and brought the Kellys' criminal business online.
It makes weapons smuggling, drug running, money laundering all a lot easier without a cash trail. The woman single-handedly modernized organized crime in London. She considers herself to be untouchable. Case in point, from my files you retrieved. Darla Covington, 19. Sasha Haddad, 28. Radek Stokovich, 24. All disappeared.
It's difficult to find good help these days, isn't it, love? Most people, they ain't driven. Not like you. Because they feel worthless, don't they? The way that the world is, how it uses people. It's horrible. It's nice that you have a purpose. Oh, that'll be me, love.
We aren't finished here.
This was a courtesy. Oh, give my regards to their families. It's horrible losing someone you love. Nice meeting you, Caitlin.
As you can see, she'll never respond to interrogation. But there is one place she feels comfortable talking. The Sandstone residence.
Inspector Lau thinks a police bug in the Kellys' headquarters may have the evidence she needs to finally convict Bloody Mary.
Sandstone is their center of operations. I know the data on that bug will take her down. Get it for me, and I swear I'll put her away forever.
Pushing the coordinates to your optics.
Sabine here, Inspector Lau. I'm curious how you think you can bring Mary Kelly to justice now, with no backing. Even before Albion took over policing, you couldn't lock her up. And she goes on treating humans like cattle.
I had to work within the system. Yes, it was corrupt. I knew it. I just didn't know how bad it was. I thought a strong enough case couldn't be buried.
Yeah, but you were wrong. What can guarantee us that this time will be different? That we're not wasting our time building a case? The police force is rotten, especially with Albion in charge now.
Because I'm taking it to a contact in the Attorney General's office, an honest solicitor with a hard-on for organized crime, specifically for Mary Kelly. Look, our methods may differ, but I want to help those people as much as you do.
All right. But however this goes down, there's no way we're letting Mary slip the net again. That's not how DedSec does things. Let's get to Sandstone.
Why does this always bloody
Well, what was it?
Well, look, I was leaving the pub with this man in a posh suit with into past me and jumps in his course. So I didn't engage.
I've got for someone else.
Running after him. And there was this unbelievable car chase. No. It's flying everywhere. They almost had him.
Alright, I do believe I'm going to switch games. I think I'm going to put in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So if you care to follow along, join my next stream, please do. Don't forget to like this video.